morning or good day. My name is David Alexander. I am the Dean of the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Construction Management at the California State University, Chico. I'm very humbled and proud to be here to talk to you about what it's like to study in the USA. And I do want to recognize the incredible vision and pioneer that Dilip Oak is in 1996, and the number of students that he sent to the United States is quite remarkable. And there's tremendous success that they've achieved, I'm sure. So one of the things I think to think about in the higher education, university or a master's program in the United States is that it's really focused on preparing students to be professionals. And I think this is most kind of clearly evident in many of the top CEOs in tech companies in the United States. Microsoft, we've got Google, we've got IBM, Micron, and all of these CEOs are from India. And many of them, if not most, have advanced degrees, graduate degrees in various fields, MBAs in engineering, computer science, and those fields. And I think that really demonstrates how well the United States helps prepare students to become professionals. And what that means is that a lot of the education is very hands-on, and so the students get experience doing practical things and develop a practical knowledge and understanding along with the theory. This also means professors have high expectations. So I'm also a professor in mechanical engineering. For the past 10 years, I've taught courses in thermodynamics and various fields. And it's very common in the United States for professors to want students to engage and interact in the classroom and outside the classroom. So it's an opportunity to really get to know your professors, which then becomes an opportunity to learn about what their life was like, what their education path was, and also some of the professors will have industry experience. And so getting to know and understand what their industry experience has been can be very, very helpful. And professors want that connection. They want to develop those relationships with their students, particularly as a graduate student, because there's opportunity in graduate school to then do and continue doing work for professors if you start getting to know them. And then also in the United States, there's definitely an emphasis on individual achievement. There may be projects that you work on in groups or teams, but you're really evaluated by your individual effort. And I think that's really important to recognize. While it's wonderful to have a strong community to help you, the effort needs to be your own, and you need to be able to demonstrate that individually to your professors and to the university as you make achievements through the university. So yes, the job market has slowed a bit. You can see in this graph from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. It's one of the United States government ways to collect data. It's flat in terms of some of the tech jobs and the market size. However, students are still getting jobs. And it's the persistent, motivated, dedicated students that are getting those jobs. And I think something that's really important to recognize in the United States is that companies don't reach out and call students to offer them positions. The student has to find the company. They have to find the type of position, and they even have to network, which means develop relationships with people in companies. I have LinkedIn up here on my slide. That's a really good tool that I often advise students to use as they're trying to meet other people and understand what different companies are doing and what different positions are out there. One of the best ways to do that is be on LinkedIn and identify alumni from the university that you're attending and find out what positions they're in and reach out to them. And you can just ask them, hey, can I spend a little time asking you about what your position is like, what your company's like, what the industry is doing, where the market is heading. Just to sort of develop an understanding of the field that you're interested in. And it's really important to recognize it's a job to look for a job, right? In other words, it takes a lot of work. And so that needs to be factored into your schedule. In order to find a job, you have to keep working at it. Now, one thing that can be a little bit confusing is students really need to know and understand some of the job titles and the positions that are available in their field. For example, in a Master's of Computer Science, if you search on the internet for different positions, there are a lot of different descriptions that don't actually just say computer science or programming. There are terms like software engineer, growth engineering, DevOps engineer, integration engineer, product management, engineering manager. So all of these names are titles for positions that a master's in computer science would be qualified to apply for. So it's important to try to understand what are those different titles and positions that are used in the areas and the fields that you're studying, so that when you start looking, you know that you're looking in the right areas and for the right positions. Now, another thing that the universities in the United States does really well, and they focus a lot of time and energy on, is teaching the whole student. So that means looking at not just the academics, but what are the different support services that students need in order to get through their university. There are international support programs. Mrs. Tasha Alexander, which is my wife, we work together at Chico State. It's really quite an honor and a privilege to be able to work together. We know a lot of the same students, and we work and support the students throughout their academic journey. Your university that you go to will have a Tasha and a David, a Mr. and Mrs. Alexander, maybe not married, but there will be people that are in those positions to support you and help you. Right? We really want you to succeed, and we want to help you. And so it's really important to reach out and ask for that help so that they know how they can best support you. There are things like rec centers. So most universities now have athletic centers and gyms that you can go to. Participate in those types of events and activities. Health centers, career centers. At the university that I'm at the dean of, we have 2 career fairs every semester. So 4 career fairs in a year, and then we help students prepare for those career fairs where they meet companies that come looking for students. And so we help them develop a resume, help them with interview, and help them how to just talk to a potential employer. Programs like these exist at all the universities that you're going to. I highly encourage you to reach out and take advantage of them. It's also really important when you get to the university is to build and find your community. Now that can be the community of Indian scholars that you're there with, but I also encourage you to reach out and find communities that aren't inside your comfort zone, right? Do you know what that means? So reach out of your comfort zone. Perhaps do something that might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you learn and grow and meet other people. Really great way to stay connected with the university and learn new ideas and new ways of doing things. So universities have clubs, have organizations, get involved in student government. Really play an active role in your university. You will have a voice and have an opportunity to actually change things and make an impact on your university, and your university will have an impact on you. Now, sometimes a lot of students that come to the United States are concerned or worried about safety. Now, if we look at safety in a big picture, global picture, right, all cities, even the United States and all over the world, have places that you would probably want to avoid. And that's important to recognize that even though a city is maybe safe all around the university, there may be some areas down the road or a couple kilometers down the road that you might not want to go to. You might want to not be walking there alone at night. Pay attention to those places and to your surroundings, and you will be fine. Talk to friends especially the new friends outside of your comfort zone that might know a little bit more about the town or the city that you're living in. And they will help you with identifying places that it's very comfortable to be with. Now, most every university has a campus police. And it's really important to recognize that these people are there to help you. And they really are your friend, and they really are incredibly helpful. So this is a campus police or a university police. Reach out to them. A lot of universities have a phone call, like a phone booth, where at night, if you're at the library studying and you're alone, you can call them and you can have someone walk you home or give you a ride home, depending on the size of the university. So while it's important to recognize when you feel safe and where you are, it's also really important for you to have fun, for you to experience the university life in the United States and know that there are people all around you that are there to support you and help you at just a phone call away.